Hey there, folks. I'm Isaac, and I'm gathering resources.
And I'm Claire, and I got married a year ago today.
And this is Make That Game!
Where we pitch the latest,
The greatest
new video game ideas
that won't ever get made. Quick trivia question, Claire.
Yeah.
What episode number was our wedding podcast?
Did you look this up beforehand?
I didn't, but you brought it up, so now I have to...
Ooh, I want to say 112, but I don't think that's right.
Okay, all right.
I don't know if we could get to 155 from 112.
Well, you count one at a time. Oh, the cat is meowing. He's not enjoying.
No, he wants it to be dinner time, not podcast time. And
alas, it is podcast time, poor
should
Lewis.
I look up the episode? Now that you brought it up?
Well, maybe. I don't know. I
just brought it because I was going to say, oh, we recorded a podcast at our wedding.
Yeah, and I was going to say it's the 1 year anniversary of
episode
100 and
no, it wasn't 112. I was wrong.
Oh, well.
No, it was much later. It was 128.
128?
Yeah.
Wait,
Bird Lawyer, Get That Bag.
Bird Lawyer, Get That Bag. Oh, we didn't call it the wedding episode.
Nope. We called it Make That Game Live, Bird Lawyer, Get That Bag. Because why would we call it the wedding episode?
You're right.
Why would we do that?
Yeah. We want people to walk into it not knowing what's going on. Okay, anyway, so 128, it is the 1 year anniversary of episode 128, which also happens to be the 1 year anniversary of our marriage. Wow.
Whoa.
We've been married for a whole year today as of the recording. Which means that you listeners are listening to it several days after the wedding. But that means
you also, unless you were lucky enough to be at the wedding, you also listened to the live episode several days after the wedding.
Yeah, so this could be the 1 year anniversary of you listening to the podcast episode that happened at our wedding. But enough about weddings. We've been dealing with the anniversary stuff ourselves. Yeah. We don't need to process it more.
I mean, the way you said it made me feel like we have to process all of this. Like,
yeah, no.
No, it's fun. We're having fun.
Yes, we're having fun.
Well, we did pick a theme that relates to this.
Yes, the theme, which we didn't say on last
week,
episode.
But it is year. Not year and not gear.
Y-E-A-R.
Year. What's your year game?
My year game is a Learn 'em Up Kids game. That's right. I'm doing it not as a rapid fire round.
We do love a Learn 'em Up. We do.
It is going to be a time traveling Learn 'em Up Kids. You are going to be the Learn 'em Up Kids as they get scattered across time.
So essentially, it's Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego.
I've not played that game, but yes, it will start. So it starts off in a normal classroom taking history classes. And it will talk about certain time periods and things that happen. And it will start off and it'll give you like basic quizzes and stuff. And then the time portal is open and your class is scattered and you must gather them all and you must find out what year each class member is based on context clues. Okay, so you're searching for your class members? Yes.
I like that.
Yes, so you're the only one who's got the time machine, but you have to figure out when your class members are.
So do they talk to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So this could in theory be like a classic 80s adventure game. I don't think visuals are that important.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it probably wouldn't be, but like it could be.
Yeah, visuals. I mean, it's going to have visuals of like the students and it'll have like grassy fields and nights with colorful heraldry and stuff, which will hilariously be, so it's going to be anachronistic, and it'll have like popular renditions of these time periods rather than realistic renditions, because I think that's funny. It's a joke just for myself.
Yep.
Hiding in the graphics of the game, so like it'll have full plate mail nights and it'll be like the year is 1053, the Battle of Hastings. Wait, I gotta look it up, folks. I gotta look it up.
You can't
I
be
should
wrong
know
about
this
the Battle
one.
of Hastings.
I should know this one. And any real heads who know about the Battle of Hastings would be like, this is not what they would have looked like. This is not what a knight looked like. Hastings was 1066. What is 1053? What happened in 1053? I'm Googling that now. What happened in 1053?
Probably nothing good.
1053. Sudden death of the most powerful man in England, a major Norman victory over the Pope in Italy, Harold Godwinson.
Yeah,
Battle
that
of
guy.
Civitate, papal imprisonment. I don't think anything important happened in 1053, I say immediately after reading like
The most important man died.
some very important things. But like, I don't know, nothing as
Nothing
much
with,
as
like, yeah.
the Battle of Hastings.
I'm gonna say something.
Okay.
And you can address this after the podcast. I don't know what the Battle of Hastings is.
Okay. No, hey, no.
I just thought you should know that.
Yeah, no, hey, no, that's fine. That's absolutely
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
Why did the year 1053 come into my brain when I'm trying to... Okay, anyways. So I lose all history credentials.
Okay.
I'm not allowed to think about the Roman Empire anymore.
Okay.
Terrible.
Was the Roman Empire your Roman Empire?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, the Roman Empire was my Roman Empire. What's your year game?
Oh, that's it. Okay. Yeah. Good.
I mean, the exact.
Yeah,
you know
I
exactly what
exactly,
this game is.
exactly.
Yeah, and every listener knows exactly.
Correct.
Every listener could make this game right now.
Yeah. You should make it.
Oh,
Well, anyway. Okay. My year game. I thought of more of a concept, and I want to walk you through my thought process because
Okay.
I think it's good.
okay.
Well, it's relevant to the show. So I think twice I've already pitched exactly this game, which is why I'm not going to pitch it again. But this was the original idea. I just want to share it anyway.
Okay.
It was going to be that it's a city builder,
Oh,
but every day, you can only play one day an in-game year, and then like the consequences that ensue.
what do you mean you can only play one game per...
One day an in-game year.
One day per in-game... Okay.
So it'll be like January 20th.
Is it the
year one.
same day every year, or does it just randomly like...
I think it has
This time you're playing July.
I think actually it has to be the same day for the concept tour because the idea is you have to set things up that will maintain them. It's actually, now I kind of like this idea. I'd like to share both.
Wait
though,
a
if I'm
hold
allowed.
on.
If I'm allowed.
This is the 3-body problem guy. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Oh, where it's like I have a secret or whatever.
No. So 3-body problem, and there was something else that we were watching recently which had the same concept, I think. Oh yeah. Spoiler alert again, The Foundation.
Yes.
Where the idea is they keep people in cryo. They come
Yes.
out every period
So
of time.
you're kind of like that person. And you're like
Okay.
setting, and so the idea is kind of like watching like what you do to the society, like what the consequences were without seeing it like day to day, and also without being able to fix it day to day.
Okay.
However, I stopped coming up with that idea because I feel like I've come up with it like at least 2
That
times
doesn't
before.
sound familiar except for from the examples I indicated.
No, because I definitely did one, but so I've done 2 other ones, but they were both generational, not year based. But I think it's close enough where it's
Yeah.
like you play as one generation and you're setting it up for the next one, but you don't get to like play the in between time. So you
Yeah.
just like see your consequences played out. Like to me, that's the same game. It's
That's
just a
fair.
different time period. So I was like, I can't do that for the 3rd time, as cool as it is. Because I think I did one about the book I read a long time ago, and then I did one
Yes.
more recently, I think because of Foundation. I think in a rapid fire or something.
Oh, yep. This is starting to ring bells.
Yeah. So then I'm like, I gotta think different. I gotta think different. And I've been playing Tomodachi Life, which is a real time game, and I've also been playing Animal Crossing, which is a real time game. And by that I mean like hours pass as like life, like in life hours versus in game hours. And so I was thinking, what if it's like, and this is why I say it's just a design thing because I don't know the game. But like, what if after a true year, like a 1 human year, the game is just like, well, time all done, and you have to start over. So like you have.
Ooh, okay, hold on. We have an idea here. Okay, so it's like run based, like roguelite like run.
Yeah.
But the run is a
year.
physical
A physical human
year.
And like if you haven't done it, whatever it is, that's the, I don't have like the story of the game, but it's like whatever it is, if you have not accomplished it by the end of one human year, it will automatically reset, and it will do this whether or not, like, because the idea is it's like clocking the console time. So like if you don't log in for a year and a half and then you log in, like it will have wiped your game.
Okay, but will it completely wipe your game, or will there be some like super
done.
secret
No,
crossover?
I think it has to be done because otherwise it's not interesting.
Okay. But there's also the meta progression aspect. No. I mean, on the time scale we're talking about of like a real life
meta progression
human
would be
year.
happening during the year, I think.
Okay.
Because I mean, yes, it is technically a roguelike in that sense, but I think it's honestly going to be more like a regular adventure game because it has to have content to last you a year. Although part of it is playing on the fact that a lot of people give up on games. And so it's like, if you give up on this game, you really give up.
Yeah.
Because you may never be able to go back.
Yeah, if you take a break, that break could be forever.
Right.
That's true of any break.
No, I know,
game.
but I think this to me is like...
Okay.
And I just see people like... You start it, you play for like a month or two, you forget about it, and then it's like 1 month before the erasure, which we could capital E.
Capital E.
The erasure.
Capital E, the erasure per dystopia novel.
And then you run, you're like cramming the game in that last month because you're like, oh my god, I want to get where I can. I mean, you could still have meta progression at the end of the year too. Like,
yeah. What if it's
And just like meta progression, should we define that? Essentially, like you're playing runs over and over, but you can still like collect items and upgrades and things like that.
Yeah, just anything that is tied not towards the exact gameplay of the now, but can be accrued over time that affects the gameplay of all attempts in the future.
Yeah, exactly.
So Legend of Zelda, picking up bomb arrows is not meta progression.
Right.
That's just progression. Meta progression is like playing a roguelike and
playing Turnip Boy robs a bank and getting a new gun.
Yeah, and then you can now get that gun in future runs.
Yeah.
So now you've got a stronger gun available.
Wait, I just thought we should just define that.
Yeah, fair. We are a game design podcast. We should define our game design terms.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, continue.
Oh, I was talking?
Yeah, I said, you were talking about meta progression. I said, oh, we could have meta progression. You're like, oh, yeah. And then you were about to say something, and I said, let's define meta progression. And I guess I derailed you enough that,
yeah, no, I've been completely derailed. I have no idea what I was saying before.
Well, anyway, that's
I thought you were talking when you were like... I thought I was going to say something, but I don't think it was related to meta progression.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay. Well,
I jumped
it's lost forever.
Sorry.
It's gone. It's out of there.
Okay. Oh, no.
Who needs it? We didn't need it anyways. We're better than that.
Yeah. So, but that's the concept. So again, not I don't have a story, but I have the design.
Oh, I was gonna say that the story could be around, like the actual story could be based around like a time loop, like a Groundhog Day situation.
Oh, but it's a year.
Where it is a year.
Okay, that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then the meta progression is actually the human knowledge that you have.
Ooh, I like that.
So it's not in game in any but like you learn what happens over the course of a year. If you don't solve it in the first year.
Yeah, but then like you would gain knowledge because it's the same. So it's like you're gonna get.
Yeah.
It's essentially we're forcing you to replay a game. Like when you get right down to it, it's like me replaying
well, we're not
Life
forcing
is
you to because you might be able to figure it out in the first year.
But it's like me replaying Life is Strange, really. It's what's happening. But anyway, that's my game idea.
All right. That's a good game idea. Are you ready for a rapid fire round where we randomly generate 3 words from a website and put a 5-minute timer on the clock? And then we have to come up with a name, a gameplay loop, and I guess that's all we have to come up with based on those 3 words. And if we don't come up with it in that 5-minute period, we cry.
And that has happened before. No, we haven't actually cried, but I've been really sad.
Cried.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I've cried tears.
Okay. Well, I'm ready for that.
All right. It's a 3, a 2, a 1, a go. I've started the timer.
Steak. Consolidate. Pray.
Okay, can we stake the meat, the food. Steak.
Yeah.
Steak, consolidate, pray. Okay. Steak is a resource. Consolidate resource. Pray. Eat, sleep, pray, repeat.
Steak is a religion.
Okay. You have to build a Tower of Babel out of steak.
Also, Eat, Steak, Pray is a great name for the game.
Okay. Eat, steak, pray. All right.
I'm pitching it now.
We've got the name. I agree with that.
Okay, all right. So yes, you're building the Tower of Babel. Like steak, like raw steak or like cooked steak.
Is it a steak before it's cooked? I guess it is. I guess it is because you go to the store and you buy steak.
What if cooking it's part of it? Like your steak has
What
to
if you can only do well done steak?
What if it just has to be perfectly cooked or the gods won't accept it? But worth consolidating this because we haven't really gotten there.
Well, consolidate is you're consolidating it into the Tower of Babel is where my thought process was.
Works.
But I think we should come up with a better one because I do not think that the Tower of Babel idea actually has legs.
Even though I know what consolidate means, I am looking it up to see like if any.
Does it have secret meanings?
Right.
I know what it means in a Warhammer term, because in Warhammer you can consolidate after a battle, and it's basically free extra movement.
Yeah, join together into one whole. What if you no?
What if you're Frankensteining?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Steaks
to make firm or secure, or to form into a compact mass. So I think you are making a Frankensteak.
Okay. You're collecting
this
a bunch
awful,
of steaks,
but also hilarious.
To what end? To what end are you building these Franken cows?
You're building one.
And where does prayer come into that?
So steak is the religion. You must make perfectly cooked steak. So there's there's phases. There's the
so
cooking
you're
phase
Frankensteining out of cooked meat
into an acceptable vessel for the god.
Okay.
I like having
and
a cooking phase.
And it's cooked meat.
I like having a cooking phase. If you don't want a cooking phase, that's okay.
No, okay, no, we're going to have a cooking. Okay, so you collect steak, you cook it, you build a body for a god.
Yeah.
You pray to the god.
Yeah.
And then do you win the game, or then do you play as the horrible cooked meat body?
I think we should Trogdor this.
Okay.
Where once the god, and we wouldn't, this is spoilers for this game if we ever make it, everybody. Once the god accepts the steak vessel, it eats you.
Okay.
And that's the end.
Okay. And now, are we imagining this, now that you've mentioned Trogdor, are we imagining this as like a Trogdor style game where it's about exploring the world to acquire the different pieces of steak, bringing them to the cook stage?
I think yes, but with the cooking added. Because there's no like cooking mechanic.
Okay. So it's like a point and click adventure game.
Yeah.
You have to collect all the steaks in the game world, and you have to cook them well. Are there extra steaks that you can get in case you screw up a cake? Or do you get different endings based on how...
Different endings, and you also said cake instead of steak, and that was fun.
Oh, whatever. Okay. Eat, steak, pray. 1 minute left on the clock. We nailed it.
Yeah.
Folks.
Eat, steak, pray. All right. We're going to do this again.
We do it 2 more times total.
We do it 2 more times. And
we do it 3 times total. So I'm starting the timer in 3, 2, 1, go.
Surround, misplace, bench.
Okay. I don't know about misplace, but I really want... No, that's...
We said some silly things. You're allowed to say some silly things.
But I was just about to say the game idea I came up with last week, the Go game.
Oh, okay.
Because that's about surrounding things.
No.
And you have a bench that's like your different tiles, but we can't do that because I did that as a main game. Misplace is hard. Misplace is hard unless you just say something like misplace is like an ability in the game. Like you can change your opponent's placements. But that, again, is thinking of like a Go game.
Okay. But what if it was like a third-person game and you can change people's placements with other objects and people? And it's like a puzzle game.
Okay, so it's a puzzle game where...
In a park and you can change anything with each other. So you do like a bush and a bench. That's where I'm getting bench.
Okay. You are a criminal with the superpower to misplace,
That's what we're calling the
replace
power. Yeah.
objects.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The park you're in is surrounded by police.
Okay, got it.
You have to escape the park
by swapping
using your misplacement
and it's stealth because
powers.
also if you accidentally like misplace like a police with like a rock near you, then they'll see you and then you have to start over.
Yeah, so it's like a turn-based game, limited actions. The police are slightly faster than you, so if you aren't using your powers wisely, they will catch you.
And I see it as just like a level game. It could almost be
a
phone game, a mobile game.
Yes,
like,
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, you're just like each level is arranged differently.
Yep.
Cool.
What name?
Swap to success. Escape plan.
So
different.
In a TTRPG campaign, I had a villain whose power was this.
Okay.
Sort of. Her name was Miss Switch, but everyone thought it was Miss Witch. Miss Witch.
Instead of Miss.
But it was Miss Switch. And with Misplace, Miss Switch.
I think
that's cool.
Yeah.
So you could play as this OC of mine.
Yes, I like that.
And it's called MS Witch.
Which also
or
sounds
maybe
like,
it's anyways, we can stylize it however we want, but Miss Switch. All right. 2 minutes and 11 seconds left on the clock.
It would be like MISS, I think.
Yeah, it would have to.
All right, next one. Are you ready?
Yes. 3, 2, 1, go.
Mist. Pyramid. Metal.
MIST?
Correct.
Can I see? Can I see?
I closed it. There you go.
Mist, pyramid, metal. Okay. Metal soundtrack.
The pyramid's made of metal.
Oh, okay.
Both.
The mist is made of metal. It's a mist of rust.
Ew.
Wait.
A
city builder.
Yeah.
Metal is the prime resource. Okay. In Magic the Gathering, we have this realm, this plane called Mirrodin, which is like a plane made of mostly metal.
Real quick, I like how you said we as in like you made Magic the Gathering.
No, we as in a society have.
Okay. Yeah.
So they're the royal we.
Right.
So Magic the Gathering has Mirrodin, which is a plane of metal filled with like robots and stuff, and like all life is replaced by like metal versions of life forms. So if the world is like that, and it's a city builder in that kind of world, where then rust is a big problem, like acidic mist or rust mist could be a legitimate enemy. And if the goal is to collect enough resources to build pyramids for whatever reason, align the ley lines, let's say, be giant batteries, laser beams, whatever pyramids are supposed to be, while avoiding these various hazards, you've got yourself a metal-based city builder.
I like this a lot. I don't think we need much more than this.
We need a name.
Right.
And it's called Magic the Gathering, the plane of Mirrodin.
I was going to say it.
The game.
Metal City.
Metalocity.
City of Steel.
Steelocity. Can we fit pyramid in there somewhere? Can we get a metal pyramid? What are the atomic periodic names? Is there a metal that we can fit into pyramid somehow?
I mean, how much time do we
Iron have? Is Fe, so that's not going to go. Steel is not a periodic element. I'm running out of steam.
Iron. No,
that's everything I've got. Those are all everything that I know.
Okay, I'm just looking at a periodic table right now.
How does aluminium
Al Talamid?
But how does that get to be a periodic element, but steel doesn't?
Titanium is Ti. Well, it's about we're not getting into that.
We don't have time. We have 2 minutes left.
Nickel is not in pyramid.
Li, lithium, lyramid.
Could
we just stylize? Could we just call it?
Ag is silver. Anyway, go ahead.
Could we just call it pyramid, but stylize it so it looks like atomic element names, like
SN
capital
is
P,
10.
lower at Y,
Oh, okay,
capital R,
Yeah.
capital A.
Yes. So that's what it is. So it's P, uppercase P, lowercase y, uppercase R, lowercase I, uppercase M.
So I don't think it should
I.
switch back and forth every single time.
Well, it has to because every element is just 2 letters.
Well, some of them are 1 letter is where I'm saying. Helium, oxygen.
I thought helium was HE.
Hydrogen, sorry, H and O.
Oh, yeah. We have BCNOF.
Yeah, we have a couple of them. Is where I'm going with that.
All right.
So we don't have to stylize every back and forth.
Okay. But that's what it is.
Yes.
And that's it.
All right. And then people who know about periodic elements will be like,
that's nothing.
No,
yeah.
PY is nothing. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Potassium is K. Where do they get off with this periodic table? Nonsense. Okay. So, that was our rapid. We did 3, right? Mm-hmm. I hear little man crunching. He gave up on the idea of wet food dinner. He's like,
gonna get it.
I'm gonna get my own food.
He's gonna get it so soon. Okay. Yes, that is. We did 3. Yeah. And I did just want to state, because you mentioned ley lines and pyramids, that we on this podcast do not believe that pyramids are made by aliens or that they are batteries, and that we believe that pyramids are constructed by ancient civilizations with their own skills and knowledge. And I just always want to make that claim when we talk about ancient aliens.
And that ancient civilization was called the Tartarians, and they died in a mud flood in the 1900s.
We can't say things like this on public radio.
We've already talked about the Tartarians a lot. Let's
Yes. And if you Google it, know that we think it's fun as a conspiracy, but do not believe that is true, and neither should you.
Great, we just lost half our audience.
They're all Tartarians.
You just alienated all the Tartarian podcast listeners.
Goodness.
Oh, jeez.
We don't mention it enough for that to be our audience. Can you imagine if that was, and they just keep waiting for us to talk about it again?
Yeah, they're like, they're going to talk about Tartarians. They're going to validate Tartarians again.
Sense it. Yeah.
Anyways, this week we normally have a discussion now.
Yeah.
This week I am going to talk about something cool. Maybe. I don't know. We might like it. This might be fun. I have been building a game.
Yes, you have.
And I think I've talked about a game that I was building before on this podcast, the RPG with no randomness. I think I've talked about that before.
You have talked about that a while
This
ago.
is different than that. I gave up on that one. I think it's pretty solid that I've given up on that one.
Really?
I don't know. I haven't touched it in 4 years,
no, I mean, you're
right?
Allowed, like...
I was never able to get the, I mean, we talked about it on the podcast, I'm pretty sure. I was never able to get the different tensions balanced of, this is a game about the battle system, but also a big part of the game is avoiding every single battle.
Right. We did talk about
through exploration. That's a very difficult tightrope to walk, and I fell off it too many times.
Oh, boy.
And so if it ever does reincarnate, it is 2 separate ideas.
Yeah.
Instead of one horrible misbalanced idea. So I have been working on, guess what, folks? A city builder.
Whoa, who would have guessed?
Yeah, nobody would have guessed listening to this podcast. And it is very basic, but even at a basic level, I've come across a number of design considerations and fascinations and yeah, I'm going to talk about it here, but I just realized I should also note, just because I'm talking about it here, doesn't mean you should ever expect to see it on Steam.
Right, but get ready if it is, because we're going to ask you to pre-save it. This is your pre-save.
A wish list is the term.
Okay.
So the basic idea is just I wanted to make a no-frills city builder. Kind of.
Except now we're adding frills.
Except you have to add frills, otherwise it's the most boring thing of all time. So, at a very basic level, I just started with, here's some trees, here's a lumber camp, you chop trees, you collect wood, you build more buildings, and I have a very basic spread of buildings right now. I'm working on adding more, but... design considerations that I ran into, having multiple well, actually, at the very beginning, it's like, how do jobs get assigned to citizens? That is a very important part of city building.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, the way that it currently, originally it was just, if you build a lumber camp, citizens will do lumber camp related work, and the lumber camp had a cap of like 2 citizens would be working on it at once. That quickly became untenable because of the mire of code that it resulted in, of trying to stop it from. Basically, what would happen is if you put a cap of 2 citizens per lumber camp, and you had 5 citizens, citizen 1 would walk up to a tree, chop it, bring lumber back to the camp. Citizen, as he was bringing lumber back to the camp, he would be considered not a lumberjack anymore.
Oh, okay.
So citizen 2 would run over and start doing it. When citizen 2 was done, citizen 3 would be like, "There's no lumberjacks working." And he would go in. And so it was juggling workers constantly. I was like, oh, no, that won't work.
No.
So I added a bunch of, not sliders, but plus and minus buttons, and you could assign a quota of jobs. So for every job that exists in the game right now, you can add or remove workers from it. And at the most convenient next time, they will either unassign or reassign themselves to the job. So if you have a lumber camp and you have 2 lumberjacks, there will only ever be 2 lumberjacks. It'll be the same guys unless you remove that quota, bring it down to 1, and then the next time a guy like hauls his load back, he'll realize, oh, the quota for lumberjack has been met, and I'll unassign myself, and I'll now be available for the pool of other jobs.
Okay.
So if you've got 5 guys, all 5 guys are assigned. You remove 1 from lumberjack and add a cook job. Lumberjack brings wood back, goes, oh, we don't need me as a lumberjack anymore. Oh, I should be a cook now.
That's nice.
That's what I've currently got. That's how the system evolved.
I feel like the job assignments are kind of the hardest part for me for city builders.
Yes. Here's what I'm thinking of changing it to, because I have evolved it further. So this is causing from a code standpoint also an incredible mire of code. In order to add a new building or a new job, it requires adding so much extra state to each potential worker. They need to know what to do if they are assigned a job. They need to know what buildings are associated to their job, et cetera, et cetera. What I'm thinking about working it to, and this is how city builders 99% of the time actually work. I don't know why it wasn't this from the first place. It's closer to the original idea than it is to the middle idea. You build a lumber camp. A lumber camp has 2 slots in it. You specifically say, I am going to assign a worker to the first slot. I'm going to assign a worker to the second slot. And then they are going to do their work based on being a lumberjack in that camp. And that sounds kind of like a mixture of the 2 ideas, but behind the scenes, the design that I'm working with basically puts the building itself in charge of everything rather than the actual workers. Because right now it's the workers are like, okay, am I hungry? I'm hungry. I need to go get food. Universal, regardless of job. Then if they're not hungry, if they've already eaten, they're like, okay, what am I? I'm a lumberjack. Okay. In the world, there is a lumber camp. Okay, cool. Because there's a lumber camp, is it full? It's not full. Okay. Are there trees that have logs in the world? Yes. I'm going to find the closest tree to the closest lumber camp that has availability, and I'm going to chop that tree down. And then have I chopped a tree down? Oh, I have a log in my inventory. I need to bring that log to the lumber camp.
But you said this is the buildings know it?
This is currently the workers do all this.
Okay.
So I realize it's much simpler if you have the buildings keeping track of relevant information.
Yes.
And imagine a job board.
Yes.
And programmatically, I'm thinking about making a job board. So you assign people to the buildings, they'll read the job board effectively. Or, sorry, let me explain this accurately. Slowly and accurately. Buildings keep track of their own state, such as how much current resources they have in them, how much resources they need for a given task. If they're like a work building, like a kitchen needs ingredients. Mm-hmm. So a kitchen will keep track of how many ingredients it has. rather than every single worker keeping track of how many ingredients a kitchen has.
Yes, that makes sense.
I'll use kitchen as the example because it's a more complicated building. So you have a kitchen. It says, in order to cook a meal, I need an ingredient. It'll post a job that says, bring me an ingredient. A worker that is valid for that type of job. So an unassigned person can bring food to the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's easy. You don't need to be a specialized chef to do that. Any valid assignable worker that sees that a job is posted can assign themselves to that job, carry that job out, and the building can have like a queue of jobs going, basically. So if it's like, okay, I have been tasked with having 5 ingredients at all times, it'll post 5 gather ingredients jobs. Once it has enough ingredients for you to cook a meal, it'll post a job that only chefs can do, and it'll say, now cook a meal. And then a chef will say, oh, I see that job posted. I'm going to go grab that job. I'm going to cook a meal. Now that there's a meal in the kitchen, it needs to be brought to the main storage, so it will post a job for that any like hauler or unassigned worker or even the cook could do.
Yeah.
But people then instead of every chef having to maintain like, okay, this building has 1 fish, it needs 1 herb to make a high quality meal, blah, blah, blah. The kitchen keeps track of what it's got, what it needs, and then workers are literally just going down a priority list of work types, looking at job postings that make sense for them. And they only have to worry about like the building that they're assigned to or completely generic jobs. So like a chef assigned to a kitchen only is ever looking at jobs posted to their specific kitchen. They never have to worry about a second kitchen.
Okay.
And then this resolves a problem that I was having is if you had multiple buildings that could do a thing, you just had workers assigned to a pool of workers that could use those buildings, and they would do the same juggling thing that I was describing with the lumberjack from the very beginning of this game idea.
Yeah.
Is like, okay, once Chef 1 finished cooking a meal at Kitchen 1, Chef 2 would see that Kitchen 1 was open and it's the closer one, so he would run into that kitchen and start cooking, and Chef 1 would have to go to Kitchen 2, which might be further away. This would allow you to set up like zones and have workers assigned to different buildings and simplifies the logic for how anything happens, because workers are just, like I keep repeating, but workers are just looking for job postings that are relevant to them.
Yeah.
Buildings are managing a lot of complex state, but it's less complex state than what was doing. So,
well, yeah, because there's going to be less buildings than workers.
Correct.
At any time.
Correct. Yeah, the current gameplay, based on the way that it works, is manually assigning and unassigning workers at opportune times to keep logistics flowing smoothly.
I would not enjoy that game.
It's not super exciting gameplay. I think the end goal is basically, of all city builders, is to set up an automation machine where it all works smoothly. But like having to do all this manual assignment and reassignment to get the results that you want is annoying. So that's a big architecture change. And architecture changes means you need to spend time not moving forward. And that's always unfortunate. That's the kind of thing that keeps coming up in the game design process. Every game developer is going to relate to this. Everyone has gone through the, oh crap, I need an architecture paradigm shift to support like a new feature, or it's just a better way of making the features that I want work the way that I want them to. I might have just moved away from the mic a little because the cat's jumping around behind me.
If you heard a thump, I don't know.
If you heard a thump, that was the cat landing roughly on the couch arm. Let's see, what other interesting... So
talk about the gnomes.
I am talking about game design. So
I like the gnomes.
They are currently just a bunch of squares on the screen.
Also, I do think it's important to say that even though it is just squares, it is very cute looking. The colors are nice.
It's got nice bright colors.
And the square, I find the squares cute. And
squares are appealing.
Yeah,
So the end goal is to have graphics that are gnomes, and I really want to do claymation graphics, so I've assigned Claire to do that for me because she has a lot of clay working.
Not all by myself,
and
though.
Pictures.
You're going to help.
I will help, yeah. I got to sketch up what my visions of these gnomes are.
But yes, I will.
But it's a gnome city builder, and I've been calling it It's Gnomes.
Yeah, that's great.
That's what the title screen says.
The other thing
right
you can
now.
talk about, did you fix the movement issues yet? The wiggles?
Yes.
That was silly and fun.
So there was a pathfinding issue where, so the symptom was, at first it was just they would all just move straight. There was nothing that could block their path. They would move straight from point A to point B.
They'd like go through objects and stuff.
Go through objects and stuff. There was no state of impassibility or anything. Then I was like, all right, in order for this to be a real game, there needs to be pathfinding. So I implemented some basic A-star pathfinding. Look that up. That's a basic, it's like a standard. Well, I don't want to describe the entire.
No, I know.
Actually, I'll give a high-level overview. Every tile in the world has like a value, and you build a path based on those values. You are trying to get the highest value path. Or at least in the implementation that I did, you're looking for a high value path. I think you could do a low value path if you want. Basically, a blocked tile is 0 for mine, and you are trying to get from point A to point B with a high number.
Yeah.
And not hit any zeros. So I put in A-star pathfinding, and for some reason, as a result of that, it was a lot of jittering back and forth.
It just looked very wiggly. Like
it was
very
on a path, wiggly. Like... It took every gnome, I'm going to call them gnomes now. It took every gnome, I think literally, it was probably only 2 times longer to do anything, but it felt like 3 times longer. And what it was doing was, I don't even know how to describe this, and it might not be fun enough to describe it, but the problem ended up being is every gnome thought that they were a step behind where they actually were, because I had the visual tile map and the navigable tile map be different sizes, because I thought that would look smoother. But it resulted in every gnome, because every visual tile was 4 pathfinding tiles. They always thought they were 1 tile behind, and then they would be rendering they would be figuring out their path from behind themselves, which would also result in sometimes the optimal choice being behind them again. So they would step forward, step back, step forward, step back, and do that back and forth, and they would eventually get to where they needed to be, but they were very wiggly jiggly about it. That was fun. Wasn't a game design problem per se, but just, normal game #relatable game dev stuff. Let's see, what else should I talk about? Oh, end state. I am struggling with coming up with an end goal that makes the game interesting. The idea I've been working with is everything is towards resource accrual to get to the point of, tell me if this sounds familiar, building a specific building. Oh, it's our pyramid game that we just came up with. I was thinking that a tower or keep would be the ultimate symbol of gnome wealth. So when you build it, your level would end, and that was your goal.
I struggle with the idea that a city builder has an end state. Isaac's looking at me with an incredibly blank face, and maybe this is not the conversation to start right now.
Are we going to keep every second of that long silence?
I think we should.
No, people will be like,
it's over,
my headphones broke. What?
I guess the episode's over now.
No. So not every city builder needs an end state, but yeah, you could just play continuously, endlessly.
The way I play city, which I haven't played that many, but
just never build a keep then. Just play your little gnomes forever.
No, but it's less about that and more like you'll die essentially before you. So it's really just like you're like self-motivated for just how long can I go?
Correct. And that I think is going to be something in the game, because I am going to, it's not in yet, I am going to implement hazards, and there currently is the concept of the gnomes starving. Mentally, I have actually been not considering this actual starving, because it doesn't result in them actually dying. It's just when food becomes available, they will eat it and they will leave the starving state. So they never actually die. Eventually, I will make it so that if all of your gnomes are starving or otherwise unable to work, basically unable to produce food to get other gnomes out of the starving state, that will be a game loss scenario. And there will be many things that can result in that, A, not setting up your economy correctly and running out of food, basic level, but B, also all kinds of hazards. Like I'm going to have a demon who will tempt gnomes. And when a gnome is tempted, they become possessed, and then they can tempt other gnomes. And then when you're possessed, you don't do work. So if everyone in your settlement gets possessed, that's a game lost state. If they're either possessed or starving, game lost state. Rats that will eat your food stores before your gnomes get to eat them, which causes starvation faster. Storms. I'm planning on implementing storms that will make it so resources don't grow or regrow.
Oh, okay.
So that if you're like operating off farms or berries or other like renewable resources, like you can't depend on those, so you have to like weather it out. So instead of running like on the line of resources, if storms would be like enabled or a potential threat, you need to stockpile, which adds additional overhead to your economy, which makes it take longer to get to the point of building said keep, etc. So these are all things that I'm adding for friction in the game.
Yeah, so the keep is fine.
Yeah. And I also plan on making it so that
it just has to be hard. It has to be really hard to get there because I feel like you gotta play the long game. I can't finish.
That's actually game design point of order here.
Yeah.
That is actually the difficult part, because in my head, the current economy is, okay, you need meals, which means that you need a base of food.
Yeah.
And there you can forage for berries, you can fish, but those are limited, slow regrow. The ultimate idea is going to be that you need farms, because farms are the ultimate way to get a lot of food quickly, long term, turn it into meals, etc. So that's baseline. Everyone needs food, otherwise you enter starve mode and you can't work anymore.
Yep.
Then the actual economy path is wood lets you build basic buildings. When you get enough wood, you can start building like stone mining buildings. You start getting stone. Stone allows you to get to iron. Iron allows you to basically start getting to gold, and then the keep requires gold. So like that's a very short chain.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if that is enough.
Yeah, probably
right?
not. We'll work on it. But then you also, I think we can add stuff in there, and it's the hazards too make it harder.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult because my brain is naturally trying to plan all this stuff out, but I don't have the ability to physically play it out. So I can't play test it yet because a lot of the baseline stuff is still being implemented because I keep doing these architecture shifts.
Yeah, you should have me play test it.
Yeah, when it gets to a point where it's playable. So I did go out of my way specifically to add start menu, pause menu. Well, yeah, start menu and pause menu, and like the ability to like restart the game, just because it would open and it would just be the game and you wouldn't be able to pause it. And I'm like, this is like step one to making this like a playable, like an actually playable thing. I'm still a long way away from step two. Step two is I need to implement the economy up until the keep.
Yeah.
And then I start implementing hazards.
Okay.
And then I implement map generation, because now it's a hard-coded map.
Oh, boy.
A little playground.
Oh, yeah.
Mostly for testing pathfinding, because that has been the hardest part, or that was the hardest part for a while, is getting all the pathfinding right. Yeah. Anyways, it's gnomes. That's the make that game, I guess.
The current
That's
one, yeah.
the current one. Hopefully it'll get released someday. Hopefully I won't lose steam on it. Hopefully I won't get to a hurdle that I cannot bound.
All right, hamsters. Don't let him lose steam on this game.
Send me words of encouragement. I need
you thought
your
we forgot
energy.
we called you hamsters, didn't you?
I thought I forgot that we called them hamsters.
I'll never forget. Good. All right. I'm excited for it. I think it'll be really cute, and I'm excited to make the claymation. Anyway.
That's going to actually be the hardest part, is getting all the graphics done and in.
Is it?
In my head, the
Okay.
graphics are and always have been the biggest hurdle to cross in any project I've ever worked on.
But they already look cute. You're not even that far away.
No one's going to play the square game. Okay, Claire's going to play the square game. Claire Squares, that's what I'll call it.
Claire Squares.
I'm going to build a version for her that's just squares. Actually, that would be a fun menu option. Like, do you want to just play with squares?
You can play Claire Squares.
You can play Claire Squares mode.
Oh boy. All right.
Now it has to be an Easter egg
Oh.
option.
We need to pick a theme for next week before we log off.
Oh, okay. Ghosts.
Okay. Ghost it is.
Wait, did we already do ghosts?
We might have. That's why I paused for so long. But
Ooh,
if we
horse.
forgot, you say horse?
Yeah, Kentucky Derby.
Okay, horse. What was it? Golden ratio or something? The
Golden
horse?
Ship?
You're-
Golden Tempo.
Golden Tempo. Yeah, the Kentucky Derby was playing. We were out to dinner, and we didn't know it was the Kentucky Derby, so we're like, why is everyone so hype about this random horse
Yeah.
race? Cool. All right. Well, anyway, you can email us at makethatgamepodcast@gmail.com. Email us game ideas. You can email us words you want us to make games out of. You could email Isaac ideas about city builder gnomes. And tell him he's doing a great job.
Do that one, please.
And then you can find us on social media at Make That Game Pod. We are on YouTube, youtube.com/@MakeThatGame, the @ symbol, Make That Game. We do post our episodes there as well as replays of our live streams. And I've done one animatic and I want to do more, so keep an eye out. We'll see what happens. But the other cool thing is we have a stream coming up, so you can follow us on twitch.tv/MakeThatGame. Make sure you're on for notifications so you're notified when we go live. But right now, our current plan is May 16th, which is a Saturday, around 11:30 Eastern. So keep an eye out for that. And if you heard a game idea on this show that isn't Isaac's game, because that's already TM. But if there was another game that you really want to play, you need to build some metal pyramids or something. The only way you can do that is if you get out there and make that game.